Top of the morning, Bay, with Good Morning Bay.
Get to know the traffic on your way and what's news around the world today.
Some wisdom skills along the way.
Oh, and a song to hum along with and sway.
Perfect entertaining start to the day.
9 a.m. every weekday morning with
Mahima's
Good Morning Bay.
Good morning, Bay. आप सभी लोग हमारी तरफ से एक प्यार भरा नमस्ते,
नमस्कार,
वलकम,
नमस्कार,
खुशामदीद,
अस्सलाम वालेकुम,
सत श्री अकाल,
మీకు అందరికీ వందనం.
जय स्वामीनारायण,
जय श्री कृष्ण.
जय जिनेंद्र.
हमारे इस्माइली भाई बहनों को बोलते हैं याली मदद.
मलाली मतलब बोलते हुए सारे फीजी मतलब बोलेंगे नीसा बुला बटजान. हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारे मैसिव फालतू बाबा.
And of course, myself, Faltu Rani, लेकर आपके लिए एक और drive time that's going to make it totally exciting and totally mastani band jane.
And without any ado, we bring to you the traffic update which we call as Raste Ka Haal Total Sustenance.
It's time for the Bandu Traffic Update. Call us from wherever you are at 408-912-2479.
That's right, Bajan. 408-912-2479. Let me tell you, it is 327th day of sheltering in place for us. We still are under COVID shelter case orders. Of course, thoda bahut open hua hai. And if you want to know, good news is California, the rate of increase of the number of per day has, new cases per day has dropped. So good is that, but don't just wait. Don't just wait. Don't just rush out totally without a mask. Wear your mask for sure. People are getting vaccinated. Yes, I understand. The people have to get vaccinated on 2 doses. So you got to make sure that they're safe until the 2 doses come in. And even after they get the doses, doesn't mean that you got to just let loose and totally freak out. No, I would suggest exercise caution. Do whatever you've been doing, staying healthy, staying physically distanced by people, and also making sure you're washing your hands regularly and staying hygienic. Very importantly, Banjan. And speaking of क्या बताओ, traffic कुछ भी नहीं है Banjan. Very nice. People actually are in sheltering in place more already, so that's a good thing, I suppose. There's a fire reported on southbound 880 Tennyson Road in Hayward area. It seems to have affected traffic because CHP is on the scene right now. They're there on the scene, it's very good. Some severe traffic report on the 580 eastbound at Richmond San Rafael Bridge. There seems to be an accident with injuries over there. Huge backup all the way towards the San Rafael area. That is people going from San Rafael to Richmond, that direction, Manajan. And some report of accident on 580 in the West MacArthur Boulevard in Oakland area, very close to the bridge, Manajan, the 80 bridge, but not on the bridge though. The tolls are open, of course, so probably the backup also is because of the tolls which happening. I see on the map, but otherwise, Manajan, it's a wonderful day today, and today the whole day is going to be kind of cloudy. Are you wondering what's going to happen the week? Well, Bandajan, today we're going to have some rain for sure. You can look at the cloud. It's overcast everywhere. In the Bay Area, you can expect rains. It's in the upper 50s pretty much, or at the low 50s right now. Might go up to upper 50s. And might get pretty cold at night, Bandajan. That's what people are saying. Now, what's going to happen after that? Well, they claim there's going to be some rain. There was 70% chance of rain, but it's dropped down to around 30% right now. We don't know what's happening, but we'll definitely give you updated on what's the weather for the week, Banjan. But Abhi ke liye, if you're stepping out, I would say a wind sheet if possible. So wet and everything, Banjan, because at this time you got to stay away from all kinds of everything, Banjan. So you got to be careful and healthy. How was your traffic update, Banjan? A quick look at what's happening with the headlines. We'll go towards our news desk. Faltwani, what's the headlines today?
Well, Banjan, in about half an hour, the impeachment trial is set to begin in the Senate. What to look out for, we'll bring you that shortly, but it's going to begin on a fight on the Constitution. Georgia Secretary of State's office launches a probe into Trump's election phone call. Ex-Trump aide Manafort now cannot be prosecuted in New York following his pardon. U.S. COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations logged their biggest weekly drops since the pandemic started, and Anthony Fauci says quick vaccinations are needed to slow the Walgreens and Uber are partnering to provide access-free rides to U.S. COVID-19 vaccine centers. Biden believes that U.S. teachers are to be made a priority for vaccinations, as the White House says. As the impeachment begins, New York accelerates probes of Trump's property dealings. New York Attorney General urges the US FDA also to look into and take action on baby food safety standards. If you remember, we talked about heavy toxic metals being found in baby foods not so long ago. Democrats are to increase the minimum wage hike as part of the COVID-19 aid package. And Biden is going to be meeting with major business leaders, including Walmart and a few other major companies in the United States regarding COVID aid.
Has he called Tim Apple for a meeting also?
Tim. Yeah.
That was a Trump's thing when he did, but he actually had Tim Cook, and in the office he called him Tim Apple.
Right. So we have some news on ads and GameStop, which raise a Reddit price tag to $6 billion in the latest raising. And in news from India, there is some suspicion about a radioactive device being behind the Uttarakhand's Chamoli disaster. And sadly, the Kapoor family, the youngest son of Raj Kapoor, Rajiv Kapoor, passed away at the age of 58 yesterday in Mumbai. More on all this coming up shortly.
Now, right now we're going to go into our Gana Kira, which is going to be putting him back into a good step, Baljan. Dil Dhadakne Do, from the movie Dil Dhadakne Do, Baljan. Starring, of course, a whole bunch of people actually, but this song specifically sung by Priyanka Chopra, Jonas, and Farhan Akhtar.
हर दिल की अपनी ताल है, अपना ही एक राग है। हर दिल की अपनी धड़कने ही एक आग है। जज्बात पिघले पिघले है तो क्यों ना हो, ख्यालात बहके बहके है तो क्यों न हो। हर दिल धड़कने दो,
धड़कने दो,
दिल धड़कने दो, धड़कने दो। लोग क्या कहेंगे, छोड़ो सारे ऐसे तुम बहाने, धड़कने दो। लम्हे को जो पूरी तरह से नहीं जी सके, हाथों में उसके हो जाम फिर भी नहीं पी सके। जिंदगी है क्या जाने वो क्या, खुशियों को पहचाने वो क्या, हम तो यही समझाएंगे उसे। सपने जो है सजाने से बने दीवाने,
या बलजान सपने सजाओ दीवाने हो जाओ, and यहाँ पे आ जाओ बलजान. That's right, we actually are here every Monday, Tuesday, Friday for you guys in the morning and Wednesday also we're going to be there for don't worry, but आ जाएगा हम लोग यार. And of course every evenings we're there from 5 o'clock all the way to 7 p.m. Balajan with you guys on air. And of course if at all you want to catch us online, which is actually digital zeros and ones, Balajan, you can go download an app which is called as Radio D Hotties. Absolutely free. See, absolutely free, Balajan. Go check it out. It's called Radio D Hotties on the App Store and also on the iOS platform, Balajan. Go check it out. Radio D Hotties. RADODEHOTTIES. Now, aap sab log sing with bated breath, Balajan. Do you know what's happening with the world? News in detail. Coming right up from the news blog, or should I say, news desk of media, Mahima.
Well, Bunjan, as I mentioned before, in a few minutes, the Senate impeachment trial of President Donald Trump is going to be beginning.
Smoke screen.
What smoke screen?
It's just going to be something like, waste of money.
What?
Taxpayers' money.
Why would you say it's a waste of money?
Yeah, nothing's going to happen. They're going to be lenient with him and he's going to come back in 4 years and become Hitler again. Hitler Part 2.
Well, things will get going more in the afternoon with up to 4 hours of debate, followed by a vote on the constitutionality of the trial. It needs just a simple majority to pass. Then we'll see up to a few days of arguments, followed by a period when senators can question the legal teams. Then there will be more debate, closing arguments and deliberation. During the trial, senators and witnesses will revisit visit the events of the capital not on January 6th. So things may get and really, really riled up and emotional. Senator Patrick Leahy, who's the president pro tem of the Senate, will preside over the trial. Big difference. It's not the Chief Justice John Roberts this time. Security among the, around the Capitol is now being beefed up ahead of the proceedings with razor wire topped fences looming and the National Guard members standing by. And what exactly are we looking at in terms of this particular constitutionality of the trial, right? Hundreds of Trump supporters who have stormed the Capitol on Jan 6th after a fiery speech in which the then president repeated his false claims that his November 3rd election defeat was a result of widespread voting fraud, and told them, if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
Wow.
Caused 5 deaths, which included a police officer who was actually trying to defend, right? Who was a Capitol police officer. Now, Trump's lawyers, on the other hand, are trying to open this trial by questioning whether the U.S. Constitution allows the Senate to hold an impeachment or a trial of a president after he has left office, as Trump did on Jan 20th. Most Senate Republicans have embraced that argument, which strongly suggests that Democrats will be unable to garner the 2/3 majority needed to convict in the 100-member Senate. Democrats and many legal scholars reject the Republicans' constitutional interpretation. Senate Democrats are expected to prevail in Tuesday's vote on the constitutionality of the trial. A Republican effort to block the trial on those grounds was defeated 50-45 last month. So it is moving forward. There is a U.S. law professor who studies impeachment, says the former President Donald Trump's lawyers, who actually used his research to, make their case about the unconstitutionality of impeaching him, saying he is now coming up and saying that they have misrepresented his research in a brief laying out arguments they will make at the Senate impeachment trial that starts on Tuesday. Michigan State University law professor Brian Colt is a leading impeachment scholar, and he told Reuters in an email on Monday that his research definitely not accurately described in the 78-page document prepared by Trump's defense team. They didn't have to be disingenuous and misleading like this, he later said on Twitter, adding that in several places they misrepresent what I wrote quite badly. And his name is mentioned 15 times in Trump's pre-trial brief, apparently, despite Colt last month having signaled and signed an open letter from 150 experts that explained why the impeachment proceeding against Trump is supported by the U.S. Constitution. More on that you'll find out on MediaMahima.com. In the meanwhile, the United Department of Justice on Tuesday is expected to ask federal prosecutors appointed by Donald Trump to submit their resignations, a Justice Department official said. The move, a routine step when a president takes office, is expected to leave in place a top prosecutor in Delaware and one in Connecticut who has been overseeing politically sensitive Trump-era investigations, the official said. Acting Attorney General Monty Wilkinson asked Delaware U.S. Attorney David Weiss, who is overseeing a tax probe of President Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, to remain in office, the official said. So you could get more information about that too on MediaMahima.com. Now, when, when it rains, it pours, right? So what's happening is the Georgia Secretary of State's office is now opening a probe and they opened a probe, in fact, yesterday into former U.S. President Donald Trump's efforts to overturn the state's 2020 election results. This is a step that could lead to a criminal investigation by state and local authorities. Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger had faced calls to open a probe after Trump was recorded in a Jan 2nd phone call, pressuring Raffensperger to overturn the state's election result based on unfounded voter fraud claims. The Secretary of State's office investigates complaints that it receives, said Walter Jones, a spokesman for Raffensperger's office, describing the investigation as fact and administrative. Any further legal efforts will be left to the Attorney General. So, aside from this, in New York, the New York AG has also, I think, they're also ramping up their, if I'm not mistaken, they're also ramping up their cases against Trump. And what was that? Yeah, they are saying that they're going to be, their case is going to be one where they're going to go against his property dealings. As former US President Donald Trump goes to trial this week on these charges, there are going to be investigations into his businesses that are going to accelerate in New York. Manhattan prosecutors probing Trump's real estate business for possible insurance and tax fraud have stepped up witness interviews in recent months and hired forensic accountants. 4 people familiar with the criminal probe told Reuters. A separate state attorney general civil probe into whether the business falsely reported property values got a boost on Jan 29th when a New York Supreme Court judge actually ordered the Trump organization to turn over the documents. Now that's another drama that's going to be unfolding, but that is actually a criminal case, Manjan, and he could go to prison for it. While talking about that, the one person who is not going to be going to prison is, of course, ex-Trump aide Paul Manafort, who, because he got a pardon from former US President Donald Trump, he will not be prosecuted. They will not. The New York State's highest court has rejected Manhattan District Attorney's effort to prosecute Paul Manafort. The decision by the Court of Appeals ends Manhattan District Attorney Cyrus Vance's attempt to pursue Manafort on 16 charges, which includes mortgage fraud that was similar to crimes for which Manafort had been convicted in federal court and pardoned by Trump. Vance had been appealing a 4-0 ruling in October by an intermediate level state appeals court that prosecuting Manafort violated state double jeopardy laws or trying someone twice for the same conduct. So, of course, if you want to catch up on that story too, you can go to MediaMahima.com. Do you want to know a little bit about the coronavirus?
Sure, why not? Let's know what. I know this is dropping, but what's happening there?
Well, the United States has reported a 25% in new cases of COVID-19 to about 825,000 last week, biggest fall since the pandemic started, although health officials said that they were worried new variants of the virus could slow or reverse this progress. New cases of the virus have now fallen for 4 weeks in a row to the lowest level since early November, according to Reuters' analysis of state and county reports. The steepest has been in California, where cases in the week ended Feb 7th fell 48%. Only Oregon, Puerto Rico, Arkansas and Vermont saw cases rise. So there are 3 new variants of the novel coronavirus which are circulating in the United States, including the variant B.1.1.7 that is 30 to 40% more contagious according to researchers. Do you have updates about California, Altibaba?
California is in a very good situation right now. They actually are dropping. In other words, as I told you guys, the rate of increase of new cases has dropped to 0.3%. That's a good point to be at. And of course, even the number of total deaths per day kind of a thing, Faltoni, has dropped again by 2.5%. So we actually lost around 200 souls in this particular fight against coronavirus. County-wise, if you look at it, it's pretty much very different. Happened the state actually. The number of cases has, well, I'm sorry to say this, but statically stagnant around. We're discovering at least close to 480 new cases every day. This 0.5% increase is still there. It hasn't dropped beyond that. And I don't know if it's the same case for Alameda. I'll just share that with you guys in a bit. But of course, the death rate, so 12 people in Santa Clara County for the virus. And it's the same situation with Alameda County as well. There is around... There have 350 new cases reported as of yesterday, and four new report of deaths in the Alameda County area, Manjan. So again, it just tells one thing, Manjan, loud and clear. We are still in the purple section, as in it is pretty prevalent. It is spreading at a very high rate. Whatever you guys are doing, please do more of it if possible. Stay at home, mask up, and just hang in there for some more time. It's almost there. We are seeing some positive signs of it in terms of the overall decrease of the increase of rate of increase of the virus has kind of dropped. We'll be like, we give opportunity for virus to mutate and become a new variant out here. So please be mindful of this. Wear masks for sure. Wash your hands with water and soap. And physical distancing is something which is become a kind of a norm nowadays. It's become a habit. it's part of the etiquettes nowadays also in terms of when you're meeting people as well. So other than that, Falguni, any global news about it or something else with India? What's happening in India?
Well, the best defense against emerging variants of the coronavirus and the COVID-19 pandemic is getting as many people vaccinated as quickly as possible, is what top US infectious disease doctor Anthony Fauci said on Monday. And he said that nearly 700 new cases have been associated with the coronavirus variants that have been identified in the United States. He's saying out of 690 cases from them are more from a transmissible variant first discovered in the United Kingdom, which is B.1.7, which could become the dominant variant in the United States by March.
I just want to remind people one thing. Even if you get the vaccine, but it doesn't give you superpowers.
Yeah.
You just got to be mindful of the fact that you're just trying to stay away from and trying to avoid it from spreading to other people also.
Yeah, and they're also saying that the United States not been testing widely for these variants, Vanajan. They're saying so the actual number could really be higher.
Remember, we shared this news with you guys last week, but then the study by Berkeley, which actually the edition of Berkeley came with the fact the number of reportings is 1:4 ratio. So the new cases being reported 1:4. Both of we actually have more than almost 4 times what reported. Santa Clara, suppose 400 cases have been reported. There actually is 1,200 cases out there.
Right. Yeah. And in the meanwhile, the vaccine chase is on, Manajan. In LA, people are actually chasing, it seems, waiting and hoping in Los Angeles because they don't know where exactly to get the vaccine. We heard that even in Alameda County, people are very confused as to where do they get. Even healthcare workers, even people who are in the tier 1A are struggling to get the vaccine at this particular point in time.
Yeah, we're hoping JJ comes up with a nice vaccine and gets dispersed and approved by FDA also. It's not been approved, right? Johnson & Johnson?
Well, one good thing that President Joe Biden did was to ensure that there is a retail distribution, right? So now Walgreens and Uber are partnering to provide access and even free rides to US COVID-19 vaccination centers. And they're saying that this is mainly going to serve underserved communities and people in rural areas. The company said the program will roll out in the coming months once more vaccines become available to the general public, and they will include free transportation to stores and vaccine clinics, which is great actually, because there are many people who cannot afford to be able to make that trip out there.
Yeah.
And of course, Joe Biden is saying that teachers made a priority for the vaccinations because children need to be in school and teachers need to be in school. So he thinks that should be made a priority for the vaccine. And in some news from India, Bandujan, I gotta tell you this. Flying cars, okay? Volkswagen is going to be experimenting flying cars in China.
Very good.
Yeah. And in some news from India, Pakistan, from the Southeast Asian continent, I should say, Pakistan is going to be seeking debt relief from China on the Belt and Road loan, and they're asking for relief on payments for power projects they financed over the past 8 years, the latest developing nations that's struggling to debt under President Xi Jinping's Belt and Road initiative. And finally, in India, the Doyen filmmaker Raj Kapoor's youngest son Rajiv Kapoor passed away from a massive heart attack yesterday. He was rushed to the hospital, but he was pronounced dead upon arrival. More on all of that you can find on MediaMahima.com. That's all we have time for on Media Mahima right now. Banajan on Good Morning Bay. We'll be back tonight live at 5 on the Pam Pam Show. Don't anywhere. Keep it right here on Radio Day Hotties. You can download the Radio Day Hotties app and listen to it all day long. Have yourselves a terrific Tuesday.
सपने जो है सजाने थोड़े से बने दीवाने धड़कने दो दिल धड़कने दो दुनिया जो बुरा माने बन कितने जाने
Hi, this is Anushka Sharma. You're listening to me on Radio Day Hotties with Altu Baba and Faltu Rani, where entertainment keeps getting hotter.